been a long time.
Good game out there tonight, son. I'm the GM of the Kings, and I must say, I was impressed with your performance. We have the 7th pick in the draft and are narrowing down our list of draft targets. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. We realize that here in Sacramento, we don't have the appeal of a Los Angeles or a New York or Chicago. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization, someone who can really take pride in being a member of the Sacramento Kings, someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a member of the Kings. Are you that person?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm still so young. I haven't played a single minute in the NBA yet, so I don't feel that I can tell you with any certainty that I'm going to play my entire NBA career for one team. You heard?
Okay, last question. How did you feel about your game tonight? What stood out to you?
It wasn't the best game I've ever played, that's for sure. I'm often very critical of my play. I tend to focus on the things I did wrong and learn from those. I'm just not that guy that's going to gloat about the things that I did do well. My mom always told me that for every right in the world, there's a wrong. I'm trying to eliminate the wrongs from my game, you feel me?
Some interesting answers. Thanks again for your time. Hello, and thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. We're picking 6th in the upcoming draft and are very interested in what you bring to the table. All right, let's get to it. This is a question we ask all our potential draftees, and I want you to answer it as honestly as possible. Where do you see your career going? What do you hope to achieve out of your career? Ultimately, what do you want your legacy to be?
Wow. Okay. So I want my career to go wherever it takes me, as cliche as that sounds. Ultimately, I want to be the best basketball player and best team player I can be. At the end of the day, that's really all I can ever ask out of myself. I want to be remembered as someone who gave 110% every time he set foot on the court.
Next question. Do you feel pressure to be good right away in this league?
Man, considering that I spent my entire life working towards this goal, yeah, I feel pressure from myself to succeed now that I'm finally going to make it to the league. It's okay, though. I've put pressure on myself at every level I've played at, and, here I am.
That's great. Those answers were music to our ears. With any luck, you'll fall to us in the draft.
Greetings, I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Detroit Pistons. We have the 8th pick of the draft and are looking for someone to be the face of our franchise. We'd like to ask you a couple questions and get a feel of how well you'd fit in with us. The team that we built here in Detroit was a rebuilding effort that didn't quite pan out. Obviously, it's difficult to predict the future, but I expect to see a fair amount of roster turnover as we work towards retooling the lineup for another rebuilding effort. How comfortable would you feel coming into a situation where the roster is in a state of flux?
Oh, that's not a problem for me at all. To me, that just says the people running the team want nothing less than titles. Plural. Titles. It'd be an honor for me to play for a team like that. I want to win, man. Badly.
Let's see, one more question, if you don't mind. Being in the NBA brings a lot of responsibilities, and some people just aren't ready for it, if you know what I mean. What are your plans once you get that first paycheck?
Easy answer. My parents have spent their entire life putting me into the position I'm in right now. I want nothing more than to take care of them and make sure that the rest of their lives are as carefree as possible. I don't need glitz and glamour. I just need my loved ones cared for.